it really sounds like this is a generic branded wine more than an estate wine with a true genuine vine grower's passion behind it, but I guess that's what it is. But the wine itself, it speaks for itself, and it's truly well made, clearly made to please a broad spectrum of wine drinkers. Hello, bonjour, dear wine enthusiasts, and welcome to your new wine video from the Bonner Private Wine Club. I'm your host, Julien Michel, Bordeaux-trained winemaker, French, turned into a wine YouTuber and wine commentator, and today we're tasting together a so-called celebrity wine. I'm always interested in tasting these celebrity bottles, as I'm always a little skeptical and wondering whether it is only hype and vaporware, celebrities using their fame to sell you whatever fermented grape juice they can find.
Yeah, don't put it in the cellar. Don't wait for it to get better because it's already better.
Or is there some substance behind the product, behind the winemaking here? Today we're tasting the Dreaming Tree Crush Red blend by American star singer and songwriter Dave Matthews. Just researching this wine, I found some interesting stuff, some strange, a bit confusing, contradicting information that didn't appease my skepticism. So let's talk about the Dreaming Tree and get on with it and tasting it. I'll tell you what I sincerely think about it as well, and we'll give it a score at the end of the video. Let's go. And first off, there's not a whole lot of information available about this wine. Even the Dreaming Tree website is extremely vague about where this wine actually comes from. Nothing about the winery, nothing about the specific vineyard location. The About page says very little, if anything at all. Sure, it says, quote, "The Dreaming Tree captures the spirit of California's wine country. On the coast, cool morning fog and warm afternoon sun create the ideal temperature climate for growing premium quality grapes." Okay, well, that could really be anywhere. It's on the coast of California. Very odd, and that makes me think the grapes made to make this wine could have been bought from anywhere, from different growers probably, and blended together. So we seem to be with really a wine brand here rather than an estate wine. It's really just a brand by the look of it. Oh, and actually a small note, as I'm working at putting together that whole video and I was shooting some B-roll of that label, I actually realized this very wine, the vintage 2020, is not even from California. It says Argentina on the label, and indeed vintage 2020 was from Argentina, which goes to show that the origin of the grapes, as I was sort of feeling from reading all the marketing material, doesn't seem to be of any importance for the brand. They sourced it from Argentina, now it's from somewhere in California. Yeah, you know, but let's move on. Then the website talks about Dave Matthews' winemaking partner, Grayson Stewart, the current winemaker, but on the label of this very wine on the back, I've got vintage 2020, it talks about, quote, "an exciting collaboration between Dave Matthews and award-winning winemaker Sean McKenzie." And when you look up online, many articles talk about the Dreaming Tree project being started with winemaker Steve Reeder and Dave Matthews back around 2012. So it sounds like winemakers come and go alongside Dave Matthews since the genesis of this project, at least 3 winemakers in a decade. Interesting. Then this very red wine is called the Crush.
I love the Crush.
It's a blend of some of the best grapes that California has to offer, and it really shows. It's a really easy drinking blend that, you know, everyone can enjoy.
I think it's delicious. And cheers.
Cheers.
To drinking more Crush.
One of the wines the brand make. They make a Cabernet Sauvignon, a Sauvignon Blanc, a Pinot Noir, and a Rosé, and this Crush blend. But what the blend is not specified. This is, quote, a special blend hand-selected from some of the best grape varieties California has to offer. Okay, nothing really specific. There's nothing about the oak treatment, aging in barrels or not, nothing about the wine, how the wine was made, not even a rough idea of the grapes. I usually really like to tell you guys a little something interesting about what I'm tasting, and as a winemaker, I think I have a lot to say about the wines I taste and where they come from and the passion, but there's really nothing to say here. But hey, that doesn't mean it's bad, so let's get tasting. We have here a wine with a nice vibrant red color, not particularly intense or deep, but it's solid enough, not much to note, nothing really outstanding in the appearance. Let's sniff. Yeah, nice fruity intensity. It's quite cooked on the fruit side. Yeah, some cooked mixed berries like a strawberry and blackberry jelly, some cooked apple as well, so very ripe fruit, definitely smells like quince too, so sort of cooked apple. The background has some black pepper as well. Yeah, a little nutmeg, it's a little spicy, and it's got some nice vinosity on the background. It really smells like wine, not only fruit, so nice and enjoyable on the nose. Rich cooked fruits as a summary, but let's taste. Yeah, I'm actually happily surprised. This is a very soft and quite smooth wine. The texture is really creamy and soft and easy. It bursts with plenty of ripe fruits, all the berries, some cooked banana, cooked apples, so very cooked, sweet, a bit buttery, a little vanilla. It tastes really somewhat like a nice buttery, caramelly apple tart tatin with a strawberry coulis and dark cherries on top. So really only a ton of very pleasing and spicy, satisfying flavors, easy to appreciate. In a few words, a little bit of spices to the finish that I can taste now, a tiny bit of smoke, a complete wine overall. It's got different aspects, different facets, but mainly just an easygoing and juicy wine. It's not heavy, it's not too dense or syrupy, but it does have enough body, nothing that says there's not enough wine here, and nothing that says there's too much wine here. So just decent, really decent balance, just the right amount of body, just pleasure and enjoyment. Just a wine that anyone and everyone would enjoy. So what do I think about the Dreaming Tree and Dave Matthews' effort into winemaking? Well, I must admit that I actually quite like the wine. As you sensed, as a connoisseur of fine wine, I was a little disappointed that there's not more transparency regarding the origin of the wine. I like a wine to have some story and terroir and origin, how it's made. It really sounds like this is a generic branded wine more than an estate wine with a true genuine vine grower's passion behind it, but I guess that's what it is. But the wine itself, it speaks for itself, and it's truly well made, clearly made to please a broad spectrum of wine drinkers, and in that regard it's a success, and I can appreciate that. For $10 or $15, between $10 and $15 a bottle, clearly it's a decent buy, and it deserves to be noted. It'll be very versatile as well with any type of food. It's also excellent on its own, definitely just a crowd pleaser. There's nothing really outstanding here. It's just good and satisfying. For me, this is an 88, 89 out of 100 points wine. It's not dense enough or complex enough to be a 90 or 90 plus wine, but it's not that far. And in terms of enjoyment for the money, well, it's just really good. So well done, Dave, in the end. Dave, if you ever make a high-end wine from a genuine terroir, I'd really love to try this as well. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned to the channel for more wine learning together. Give this video a like, best way to support the channel and our work. And I will see you soon in the wonderful world of wine. Cheers.